Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives, all of the same, ladies and gentlemen. We just watched the Kansas City Chiefs all but clinch the number one seed. And I know, Dan, there's still a possibility. All right. I know it's still mathematically possible, but I'm looking at the remainder of their schedule, right? And they have the Steelers on Christmas Day. And then they also play the Denver Broncos as well for the final game of the season. It would be nice for the Kansas City Chiefs to drop their final two, but I'll be completely honest with you guys. If we genuinely wanted this to work, they would have had to lose against the Houston Texans today. And I'm sure a lot of us are trying not to replay the horrific knee injury we saw from Tank Dell earlier in the game, but that all but sealed the deal. The second that he was out, he was the only offensive weapon that was really doing anything. And quite frankly, I think that we have learned a lot from that game. Number one, this Kansas City Chiefs team is going to get the one seed. I think that we might as well just accept it at this point. And that's completely fine because you have been riding with me for the past couple of weeks, where myself, Kevin, several other people have been coming out and saying, have no fear. This second seed is hands down the most important thing. It is the best path to the Super Bowl if you were to ask us, right? Um, and number two, this Houston Texans team, dude, is screwed. They are absolutely screwed. They are going to get first rounded. I don't care that their defense is still pretty ideal, but now they don't have Stephon Diggs. Now they don't have Tank Dell. So they're going to have to be running with John Mechie, Robert Woods, and Nico Collins. This Houston Texans team is absolutely over. Zero questions about this, man. But shout out to everybody, man. Happy Saturday. What is going on? Happy Saturday. I know that I said that I was going to stream my live game reaction to Kansas City Chiefs and then also to the Houston Texans game, but I just figured that it would make a lot more sense if I were to just hop on here and just give you my overall takeaways, particularly because both of these games, in my opinion, really factor how the Buffalo Bills playoff landscape is going to look. Obviously, today, so we were all sitting here and we were trying to figure out, oh, okay, if Houston can pull this off, then this Buffalo Bills team is more than likely or have a better shot at the one seed. And then obviously, the Steelers and also this Baltimore Ravens game, this is also going to sort of align of what side of the bracket that the Baltimore Ravens are on. So we have quite a few things to unpack today, man. We're going to have to see. You have DeAndre Hopkins and Kareem is in the what up? King Jamie the Mad. Hope all is well. Tank is done for the year. Absolutely, man. That was hands down one of the most horrific knee injuries I've ever seen. The 2 seed might not be good now either. No, like not necessarily, dude, because I absolutely love it. It is the perfect scenario for me. And I've had a couple of people come at me, be like, Dan, what are you talking about, man? Like, we want the 1 seed. I'm like, no, we don't. No, we don't. We want the 2 seed. So let me show you exactly my thought process here. And I honestly think that we really need to be rooting for the Steelers. So each and every single one of you that doesn't necessarily want to run into the Baltimore Ravens in the divisional round, and you would much rather just roll the dice that we could potentially see them in Buffalo for the AFC Championship, this is probably where we are at right now, right? So you have the Kansas City Chiefs just ultimately ended up winning, and the Buffalo Bills are still sitting here at 13-3. Okay. So how this is all going to play out if the Pittsburgh Steelers end up dropping here. Actually, I'm curious. Let's pick the Ravens to win this, right? Even if the Ravens end up winning this game, this Pittsburgh Steelers team still holds the 3rd seed at the end of the day. But we want the Pittsburgh Steelers to go on ahead and make sure that they give and clinch the AFC North, which I actually believe will happen today if they can do it. So that way we know that they would be in the playoffs if that was the case, right? And they would be cemented right into the 3rd seeds since they swept Baltimore and they're moving forward after this. The way that I look at it, start off with the Denver Broncos or some other team that could potentially end up moving in. But folks, all the Broncos need to do is just win one more game. That's it. Just one more. Cincinnati, and then the Kansas City Chiefs, who, in my opinion, are more than likely going to be resting their starters entirely on week 18. I'm pretty sure that's written in the stars at this point. So we would take care of the Denver Broncos more than likely. Steelers, in theory, would probably beat the LA Chargers, and Baltimore would absolutely destroy the Houston Texans. Like, no questions asked. Like, no questions asked. Baltimore would destroy the Houston Texans. Then afterwards, you would have Kansas City playing Baltimore, and the Buffalo Bills would end up playing the Pittsburgh Steelers at the end of the day. So if people want to avoid the Baltimore Ravens, then the second seed is hands down the move and something that we should be cheering for. But even if you're not cheering for it, it just happens. It just so happens to appear that we have no choice, folks. We have no choice. But rest easy because, in my opinion, I think this is a far easier path. Because, say, for example, that Baltimore does ultimately end up beating Kansas City in that divisional round, then guess what? The AFC Championship is in Buffalo anyway. And even if the Buffalo Bills need to go over to Kansas City, I'm not sure about you guys, but on the numbers, as far as our offense is concerned, we do well in Arrowhead. We do well in Buffalo. As long as we are playing a Kansas City Chiefs team, statistically, we do well, and it is anybody's game. But unfortunately, we would just need Sean McDermott to go out there and just be absolute concrete dead set with his game management and everything like that. We have my boy T.O. is coming in. Why would Kansas City want to rest starters 2 straight weeks? Isn't that a bad thing? I mean, I suppose that is a fair point. It's certainly a fair point, but even if they don't rest them for the entirety, maybe I could see them for like 1 quarter or 2 quarters, maybe just to knock the rust off for the most part. But I still think that they would want um sort of put health as a number one priority at the end of the day. We have Errol Flynn is saying Baltimore could win the 3 seed and we both play Jackson and Mahomes. Well, listen, we're going to go on ahead and we are going to check out this Steelers and this Baltimore Ravens game here shortly, set to kick off in only a couple of minutes. So we're going to have a pretty good understanding of what that's going to look like. But again, like I said, I am picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game, and then we'll have a better understanding when it comes into it. If the Chiefs lose to Pittsburgh, they are going to have to start starters. If the Chiefs lose to Pittsburgh, they are going to have to start starters. Absolutely. But we will see on Wednesday. Ain't that right? Bills suck, bro. And anyone who knows sports can see that. We have Mile High. We have yet another iPad kid in the chat. Some 12-year-old out of Denver, Colorado. All right. Was probably born in a yurt. His parents are probably dirty hippies. I'm just kidding, my friend. I love Colorado. I love Colorado, but listen, I guarantee you, you haven't showered, all right, in 3 days, and your apartment stinks of incense, bro, and nasty hippie women, all right? So don't you be coming in here trying to tell me about football, my guy. What happened to Bo Nix, huh? And the LA Chargers, man. You're really getting beat by a team with no wide receivers. Get out of here, bro. We have Nicola is coming on in. Mile High is so delusional. Nobody is beating the Chiefs and officials, bottom line. Who else ended up seeing the ball boy call a timeout? That's something. Suffer. Bengals are not getting in. It would be an absolute miracle if they weren't able to pull it off, man. We're going to have to see. Primetime McDermott. Chiefs lose out, and we win out. We get that 1 seed. We have Anthony John coming in. He's laughing at me roasting Mile High and his hippie heritage right now, man. Listen, dude, like he's sitting there. He's tweeting from his damn like his hemp iPhone. Some incense are burning. And so he's just sitting there. He's trying to schedule what protest he wants to go to this weekend. He's smoking a fat L. And he's probably listening to some like trash hippie band that he thinks everyone should like, but in reality, no one like likes them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where my dude is going, dude. That's where it is right over there. How does Cincy get in? A lot needs to happen. They need to win out. Then the Indianapolis Colts need to lose out. And their schedule is absolutely stupid. So Miami needs to lose out. And the Broncos need to lose out as well. So like 3 teams need to lose out. Like basically it goes into the order of who has less things that need to happen. So the Broncos just need to win 1 more game. and they're in, right? Next up would be the Indianapolis Colts. If the Broncos end up losing, all the Colts need to do is just win out. Then it goes Miami. They have an easier path than Cincinnati. And then it's Cincinnati. So literally 3 teams are ahead of Cincinnati as far as the difficulty and what needs to happen in order for them to actually be in the playoffs in the first place. So that's kind of where we're at real fast. Kansas City Chiefs are the biggest rigged team ever by far. Bleeding AFC East forever, red circle. Look at that, man. Welcome to the chat. I sincerely appreciate that. I sincerely appreciate that. We got Rod coming on. It's looking like a Chiefs Rams Super Bowl. Rod is coming on in, man. He's still high on his team. We're going to have to see that. 3 times the ref called a BS penalty on 3rd down for the Chiefs LMAO. I changed it to the USYK versus Fury fight. I mean, hey, dude, that's basically what we need to do. All right, listen. So I'm going to have to implement the troll toll, okay? I'm going to have to implement the troll toll, ladies and gentlemen. If you are unfamiliar with the troll toll, basically people that like to come in here and troll, if they want their comments to be read, they got to pay. So that one dirty hippie in the damn chat, you better go down to the local Whole Foods and panhandle for the next couple of hours so you can afford to troll, because the troll toll is now in place, my friend. The troll toll is now in place. All right. So go panhandle barefoot down at whatever hippie coffee shop you go hang out on. All right. I bet your mother's name is Strawberry. I bet your mother's name is Strawberry. All right. And some hairy armpits. All right. Look at that, man. Strawberry with the hairy armpits, man. I guarantee you. All right, Plague is coming in. Dan, I think it's still possible for us to get the 1 seed. It's mathematically possible for sure. Like, we need to go on ahead and win, and then we also need to hope that Kansas City loses 2 in a row. So 1, 2, of course, these Steelers on Wednesday night, and then also a Denver Broncos team. But more than likely, we're going to be playing the Broncos in the first one. We're gonna have to see. So normally, so you come in here and troll, but I didn't even realize it. You're good, man. You're good. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Plague is coming on. Buffalo is definitely winning out, and I can see Kansas City losing. Kansas City is losing. Man, we're gonna have to see. Kansas City isn't losing to Pittsburgh, and that atrocious offense. Refs will see to it. I mean, we're gonna have to see how Pittsburgh ends up playing anyway. Buffalo is smacking Kansas City in the playoffs this year. No doubt. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. All right, dude. We have better Denver than Baltimore. Some of those flags they threw for Kansas City came right when Mahomes got sacked. I mean, honestly, man, like, we're not surprised. Like, none of us are surprised at this point. Let's just be completely honest with ourselves. All right, folks. Reminder. Fun fact, guys. I am giving away this signed Dalton Kincaid rookie card. So for the 500 of you watching on X, if you are interested in being a part of my signed giveaways, you have to be a subscriber to this YouTube channel. That is rule number 1. And then rule number 2, you have to come back and leave a comment on said video. It's the exact same stream. It's over on YouTube. So if you are interested in going on ahead and getting a piece of a Dalton Kincaid rookie card, signed, by the way, have to be a subscriber to the YouTube channel. So I strongly encourage everybody on X, roll on over and be a part of it, baby, because we have some damn exciting things to discuss. And do you think that Mitchie Biscuits could lead us to a Week 18 W? We're going to have to see, man. We're going to have to see. Dang, it's going to be a hard game playing against Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I guess so. Spending time in another team's stream chat. We have Urban coming in. I'm okay with the 2 seed. Fun fact, no one lost team has ever won the Super Bowl. Oh, wow. Fun fact, no one lost team has ever won the Super Bowl. That's some bad juju right there. What's up, Dan? Chiefs and Bills AFC Championship. Facts. Look at that. Bills and Chiefs AFC Championship. We already got this coming on now. So we're all going to have to see that. I have been a Dan supporter longer than you, Dan. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, guys. Everybody here. Damn. Damn, man. Donald. Ben supporting Dan from day one. That's my guy, Donald Darko. Oh, man. We have y'all fighting over me in the chat right now. As they hand the ball off to Derrick Henry. 7-8 yard gain right up the middle. Oh, my God. What is this turning into? A play-by-play reaction? So right over to the Steelers and the Ravens. So we're going to have to see that. So we're going to have to see this. Hands the ball off, play action. Going to hand the ball right over to Flowers. Is what it is. All right, let me see this real fast. Bills beat Broncos first. Then we will beat the Steelers in the second round. Then we beat Chiefs in AFC Championship. And let's go. All right, dude, listen. So for the 13-year-old kid that's in the chat and the kid that was born from two dirty hippies, all right, down in Colorado, right in the mountains of Colorado, I'm fine with you coming in here and like being a part of the conversation, but like you're gonna get blocked from here if like you just don't chill on the fucking spamming. Like, bro, like act like an adult. Like you can troll, but just stop being a kid that hasn't taken his ADHD medication within the past couple of hours. I've seen you in here before. Like you're cool. You're cool, but just do me a favor. Calm down. Just stop acting like a child. Stop acting like a little kid. All right. That is all we ask of you. Just go on ahead and keep your trolls like once every 3 minutes. That's all we ask. And stop repeating the same thing. Okay. And tell your mom to get you on real ADHD medication. I'm sorry, but the mushrooms and the molded strawberry mix and paste are just not working. You dirty hippie. You dirty hippie. All right, man. Jeff King is coming in. Bills aren't going to have to play the Chiefs. Chiefs are going to get knocked out. First playoff game guaranteed. That would be absolutely hysterical. And then King Jamie loves that I'm roasting this poor little hippie kid. We're gonna have to see how it plays. Go Bills through South Dakota. Hey, listen, I am not responding to you, but I think you know exactly. I think you know exactly how I'm gonna read your comments, bro. It's the troll toll. It's the troll toll, bro. Oh my God. Yo, I'm pretty sure Lamar just ended up fumbling, but the Ravens ended up recovering. This defense over in Pittsburgh is absolutely crazy. We have Jeff King saying, "Love your slights, Dan." Thank you, bro. I am a absolute killer when it comes into it, bro. I love talking shit. You have no idea. Steelers defense plays tough. Absolutely. Sonny Lamont is coming on in. Yo, Dan, if the Bills happen to win the Super Bowl this year, will you cry? I know I will. Dude, I would cry tears of joy. You have no idea. Dude, he is getting absolutely pressured by no end right now. And an incomplete pass. 4th and 19. Mike Tomlin is Lamar Jackson's kryptonite, ladies and gentlemen. You can't even it's absolutely nuts. But folks, listen, if you are hungry right damn now, or you are thinking, all right, about what you're going to do for tomorrow's Buffalo Bills game as far as food, highly recommend you go on ahead and check out Picasso's Pizza. All right. They have 4 great locations in the Western New York area, and they are also delivering nationwide. It's probably too late to sort of structure this as a Christmas gift because I'm not sure if it would get there in time. But normally they do ship pizza to your front doorstep, regardless of where you are within the continental United States. So if anybody is interested, I highly recommend you go check out Picasso's Pizza. All right, folks, link is in bio and use code PARADE for 20% off. Shout out Picasso's Pizza for being those dudes. For being those dudes, man. Let's go ahead and check this out. 2 or 3 round exits. We have Sonny. Yo, Dad, if the Bills happen to win the Super Bowl this year, will you cry? I definitely will. And did you read my other super chat? I did, Flicks. We have Duhas, Michigan is coming in. What's funny is I said prior to the season, so the Ravens are going to go as far as their offensive line takes them. They are all giant. They get tired as the season goes along. And it's funny too, right? Because like you've been noticing that Derrick Henry's production has not been anywhere near where it was toward the beginning of the season. Maybe he's getting a little gassed, right? It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough, man. Dan, I am not a troll. I promise. Go Bills. Bribs. Nah, dude, you're cool. You're cool, dude. Coach Miller. The 1 seed should always be what a team wants. Buy home games in every round. In every round, man. Our path to the Super Bowl is better at the 2 seed. I was 7 when the Bills went to their first Super Bowl and been a fan ever since. Been a fan ever since. Dan, and did you see that gruesome Tank Dell injury? I just joined. Don't know if you already talked about it. I did. His career is over. There's no way. Like, his career is done, is disgusting. And so I ended up making a TikTok video that I learned that lost all of its audio halfway through. So that's just basically how it plays out. We have Kansas City 1. So the refs did everything. So the dirty hippie kid thinks that I'm mad at him. I'm not. It's just so funny terrorizing him, like watching him beg for my attention in the chat. It's just funny. It's just funny to me. That's all it is. So Lamar just showed why he has never been MVP. I'm not sure if I would go from there, right? Yeah. So I'm not sure if he could go from there. So the Chiefs could easily lose out. So mods. So please do me a favor and block Strawberry's son. Like right now. Strawberry, that dirty hippie woman's son in the chat. Just go on ahead and block this kid. He is annoying and he's scaring away my people. Okay? I can't have anybody scare away my people. So mods, if you are in here, please do me a favor and get rid of that little kid. Thank you so much. Facing Kansas City in Kansas City is much better than Ravens at home. We have Straw Hat. Bills will meet Kansas City in the AFC Championship, but this time we will get over the hump. We have Jizzy Fresh. Bye. We have Jordan Smith. No, it's not better. Being at home in the playoffs is also better. Wait, hold on. No, it's not better. Being home in the playoffs is also better. Hey, man, listen, we will agree to disagree, but regardless, we have the 2nd seed. Question, Dan, and do you think Lamar can last against this stout defense getting pressure almost every snap? For this game, no. And that's exactly why I ended up taking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game in general. We have David Quick is coming in. We rooting for the Steelers or the Ravens? I'm probably rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers here so that the Baltimore Ravens are on an entire different side of the bracket is basically what I'm looking at. That would be ideal. So we are all rooting for the Steelers, in my opinion. And most likely Ravens will beat Kansas City. So let's face them in the AFC Championship game anyway. That's kind of how I drew it up. Like, that's kind of how I drew up this entire thing. I said it in week 6 that Henry and Barkley will slow down as the year progresses, and the know-it-alls said they were unstoppable monsters. It's funny how things change real quick, right? Chiefs could easily lose the last 2 games, but I am not getting my hopes up. Interesting. Is there a way Baltimore misses the playoffs? No. Would have to be like mathematically impossible already. Russell Wilson. Just throw the football away. 4th and 2 already. Danger Russ out there just fucking looking like ass. But watch this. Yeah. Just watch the Steelers team still just do their thing. No fins. And the Jets can't talk about playoffs to us bums, bro. If McDermott doesn't win the Super Bowl this year, hire Joe Brady as head coach and bring back Brian Dable as offensive coordinator if he gets fired by the Giants. I'm not entirely sure why we would want to bring him back after he ended up getting fired. I understand that some people are better coordinators than they are so head coaches, but I'm not necessarily sure that I would agree with that, right? We have Sandman coming in. Wouldn't be too bad that we are the only team that have beaten them in the season. I know. All right, dude, 744 of you in here already. And so I appreciate everybody that tuned in, rocking with me today. Just a quick little stream. I kind of wanted to discuss the Chiefs game, everything along those lines. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I might see you a little later this afternoon after the Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens game, guys. Love you. Be good. Be healthy. Happy holiday season. And I will likely see you tomorrow. Peace.